seems that this is the case of unrequited love coming through. We have somebody who has outdated thinking, outdated ways of acting, something to do with like love languages, but they're really toxic. The first card that came out actually was the Sword and the Rose, and it's looking at clarity, truth, revelation, solidarity, force, honor, protection, and power. And I was questioning, you know, what is it that you need protection from right now? And it seems to be from this person's outdated thinking when it comes to relationships, especially when it comes to love. This person may really want to keep, I heard, things traditional. They may really like specific like gender roles in a relationship, or really like that, you know, the masculine, be that the man or not, is the one that's the breadwinner, and the feminine is the one that stays at home. For example, just for example, we have got Cupid's arrow, and it says, have faith, love is coming, surprise, invitation, or meeting and hesitation, and it's upside down. So it feels like someone here has been, they've been pricked by Cupid's arrow when they were trying to send it towards you. So I don't know if someone's done a love spell or not. I have no idea. But it does feel like it's very one-sided, very one-sided. And I'm here, oh my gosh, that song, everything I do it for you. Isn't that from Robin Hood, like back in the 90s? Like my olden goldies will know that song. And it was, wasn't it like, I swear it was #1 in the charts for like 50 weeks or something crazy like that. It says unconditional love, self-love, oneness, passion, affection, and attraction. I don't think this person likes being rejected, or it's not all. There does seem to be a lot of clarity coming in here. Like a fog or a mist has been removed from someone's brain, from someone's eyes. Can I get a couple more cards, please? Thank you so much. The Runner is coming out, and date. Runner in a codependent relationship, fear of intimacy, listening to ego. So this is somebody who may have run away from you, made you chase them quite a lot as well when you were in the relationship, or even just to get a relationship or get some sort of attention from them. You have got date coming out here with meeting someone new, dating, getting back out there, plan and set a date. I'm not going to put it down though because it didn't jump out. It was just at the bottom or the top of the deck. Can I get one more please before we continue? Thank you so much. Ooh, little spinner there. Happiness, expansion, joy, playfulness, oneness, enjoying each other. This person wants this from you. And I've been told to put it back. Damn. Okay. Can I get another one, please? Can I get the one that... Yep. Abundance is coming out. Keep a positive mindset. Manifest exactly what you want. Gratitude and bliss. I think that this person is thinking, or they're in the frame of mind that they are going to get you, or they're going to be able to get you back, especially if this is an ex. Someone is manifesting you. You are on someone's vision board, baby. You're on someone's vision board. Let's have a look. This one? No, not this one. Okay, this one. Okay, let's take this one instead. My name is Bronwen. This is Bronwen's Cove Tarot 111. It's really good to have you here. If you are a new face, if you are a returning subscriber, soul family, it's good to have you back. Thank you for supporting this channel. I appreciate all of you. Thank you for creating the little corner of the internet that we have here. The community we have is awesome, and it's all down to you guys. Thank you so much. I'm going to ring a bell now, actually. This is just to cleanse the space around us. If you have any type of sound sensitivity, please turn down your listening device, as it can get quite loud. In 3, 2, and in 1. Okay, let us see. Tell us about the Sword and the Rose. What clarity is coming in? What clarity? It's to do with boundaries. Disrespectful, enough is enough, and defend yourself. This is old energy. This is the past, or this is someone from a past timeline. And it doesn't have to be someone from your past. It literally can be somebody that just holds past timeline energy. It's like bumping into somebody who was a friend of the group of circle of friends of your cousins back when you were 17. And you've heard this person's name, but you don't know them, but they're still holding that energy from that timeline, and you're not anymore. And you can feel it. It's viscerally or tangibly different. That's what I'm getting here. So whether this is an ex, whether this is someone from your past or just someone from an old timeline, this person is looking at you with goo eyes. My goodness. The thing is though, the disrespect. There's something about this person being on an old timeline where they're not respecting boundaries, or that maybe they never did. Maybe this is somebody from your, the past where you had no boundaries, or you didn't understand about boundaries, and no judgment. I mean, I grew up as a chronic people pleaser, and my boundaries were non-existent. And through a very long time doing therapy, I learnt about boundaries, and I learned, how to empower myself, how to say no as a full sentence. So I'm not judging you in any way, shape or form. Let's see. Tell me about this clarity. What do we need to know about this clarity, this truth? Waves is coming through. Emotions, worry and fear, but it's coming out in reverse. I feel like it's giving the energy of someone seeing somebody from their past and feeling nothing, and not numbness, not like I am numb to you or I'm numb to the pain. More, oh my gosh, I've healed from that. I've healed from that person. That wound isn't there anymore. Oh, my heart doesn't thump in a certain way when I see them because I was so frightened of them, or I don't tense up because I got so angry when I thought about them. It's giving the energy of clearance. Something has been cleared from your energy as well as from your heart, mind and soul. This is not just about protection. I feel like you have protected your energy from this person. This person's quite persistent. You have got rumors, gossip and nosy coming out here with apology, arrogant, rash actions and insincere. There's something about gossip. The way that this person either used to speak about people, or this is giving like a friendship circle of people that you may have hung out with a long time ago. And the way that people kind of bond when they don't really know how to go deep within themselves, and this is just my opinion and from my own experience, that when people do not know thyself, when they don't know themselves, when they are not connected to faith, or even if it's just faith in self, the way that they try to connect with others is through small talk. Small talk is boring. It's boring AF. And also through gossip. It's through moaning about other people. Rather than like going and actually figuring out what the problem is, it's talking to someone else about the problem and saying how bad that person is, and getting the other person to be like, oh yeah, that person's really bad. Oh, camaraderie. Stagnant energy. It's stagnant energy. Stuck, dead end and frozen. So there seems to be, I think people may be talking about you as well, They may be talking about you, yeah, because you've got longing in reverse. Missing you, let's talk and reunion. This is somebody that either you turned your back on, they turned their back on you, or life just got in between and you just haven't spoken to this person. It's like having a friend from when you were a teenager, but you were only friends with them because of circumstance, because I had a friend like that who was my closest friends growing up, but it was only because we lived one road away from each other. And then life happens and you drift, and it's nothing bad, it's just life. But this person isn't seeing it like that because they're still stuck, dead end and frozen. There's someone in that circle that has been thinking about you. They may have run away from you. They may have ignored. Maybe you had made advance on them. There is something here about if they are the runner, then you'd be the chaser. They like people chasing them. They've always liked people chasing them. They like the attention. Tell me about Cupid's arrow in reverse. What happened here? I just heard Nina Simone singing I Put a Spell on You. And you have vacay with get away, relax and have fun in reverse. Oh, so they did something here, and it really did. Do you know what? I was half joking at the start of this reading. when I said that, oh my gosh, maybe they did like a spell and the Cupid's arrows like pricked them rather than you. And I think that happened. That happened. This person wanted you to chase them. They wanted attention from you and they didn't get any. They got just air. They got absolute silence because it's now gone back to them. This person may be obsessing over you. Tell me about love, please. It's not love, it's obsession. Continuous cycles, bad decisions and addictions is coming out here with love in reverse. So this person is not so much of a long-term relationship as they are a one-night stand, and each to their own. It's your energy. What you do with it is really up to you. I would not want to share my energy with lots of people. You do have here clingy, old ex, dead relationships and old ways coming out. So this could be an ex of yours. I've been told to put that down. Okay, I'm going to take a sip of my drink. Super thirsty today. Make sure you're hydrating, you guys. Let's see. We have abundance. Tell me about abundance, please. What do we need to know about this one? Thank you. Envy. Oh, resentful, competitive and discontent. So you have an ex here or someone from old ways, and that's what I was getting here. A dead relationship, an old ex or someone from your old ways who is looking at you now. In there is obsession, but it's not, I don't feel like there's anything delusional going on here. It just feels like someone who, they may be having like maladaptive fantasies about you. They may be making things up in their head a little bit. So that, well, there's a sprinkle of delulu there, right? But resentful, competitive and discontent about your abundance. Yeah, you got distorted masculine coming through here. Now, just because it has a man on here, it doesn't actually mean that masculine is just talking about men, because we hold both masculine and feminine energy within us, all divine. It's up to you whether or not you assign a gender, okay? Only take what resonates, leave the rest for someone else. But authority, discipline and father figure in reverse. Oh my goodness. They may have got rid of a third party. They may have been with somebody who really likes to gossip. Really likes to gossip. Where did you want me to go? Here? Alrighty. Yeah, they're with somebody, or they were with somebody who really likes to gossip, to talk about other people's achievements. And it's crazy how society has kind of like conditioned many to celebrate people's failures and to criticize people's achievements rather than you know, support people when they fall and celebrate people when they win. It's a strange thing, isn't it? And it feels like this is the old way. This is old energy. This is dead energy. And this person's sitting very much in it, seeing you from a different vantage point. From a different vantage point. Completely different perception. Okay, tell me about this clarity when it comes to the lack of worry and fear. Oh, do you want me to take this one? No, I'm going to do that again. Those cards felt super heavy. Let me just give them a little. We have here the 5 of Spears. So the 5 of Wands in reverse to the 6 of Pentacles. Moving away from some sort of calamity, some sort of, I was going to say confusion and confrontation. I'm not sure if you can see the cards very well. I don't know why it's got so dark in my room so quickly. I apologize. It seems like something has been averted. Some sort of disaster has been averted. Oh, clarity's coming in here. I think that this person, if they're not in the news, or they're not, if you don't find out through the grapevine, there's something here about finding out that an ex has been arrested, or an ex has had their kids taken away, or something's happened to this person from the old ways, from the old times, right? And if you had stayed with them, or if you had put up with their ish, not only would you have not really moved forward with your own growth and not had all this abundance coming towards you, but they would have pulled you into something dark. Something dark. We have here the Six of Stones, so we are looking at generosity, we're looking at charity. You know, the Six of Stones, the Six of Pentacles is usually a person pouring money into like someone who has less, who's lesser abled, or maybe they don't have as much, you know, sharing with others. And there's like some scales on the side. This one here, we have a giant and we have a smaller person, and they're both trying to move this rock. So they're really, it's teamwork. They're working together, even if one person isn't as able as the other. Now let me paste, do you want me to put this one down? Yeah. They want something. Oh, they want something here. They want something. And I found it very interesting that I was talking about my people pleasing like days, like back in the day. Because I feel like someone else here may resonate with that, with kind of over giving, over nurturing, overdoing. And I'm not saying that in a horrible way whatsoever, but when we overgive, we remove any space for the other person to show up, because we're showing up for them as well. And we may be showing up for them because we know that they won't, but still it creates animosity. It also creates like this unspoken obligation that you're going to do, you know, their 100% as well as yours. And it does feel like you have someone from your past who is looking at how well you're doing now. There is a realization coming in for them that they could have had a much better life if they had treated you better. But also something's going to happen here that brings in clarity for you, that if you had stayed with this person, you would have continued to overgive and overgive and overgive and have no boundaries whatsoever. And it would have ended really badly for you. I do feel like they're planning to do something though. So there's some sort of like meetup, conversation, them reaching out in some way. Fancy meeting you here, like bumping into you at a cafe. But I don't feel like it's accidental. We have the Eight of Stones, Eight of Pentacles in reverse. Something that has not been learned. Something that still needs to be polished. Something that still needs to be, I don't know, practiced here. Because the Eight of Stones or the Eight of Pentacles, we are talking about someone who is an expert, especially when it's in the upright, an expert. They can do that thing, that skill with their eyes closed, with one hand behind their back. It's also to do with paid work. This person may be out of work at the moment. They may be finding it hard to find a job or to keep a job. It being in reverse, yeah, they're finding it hard to keep a job, but also they haven't learned something completely. Whatever they were doing here, love spell wise, if they have been trying to do a love spell, they're not, it's backfiring, or something isn't working properly. And with this card here, vacay, for vacation, get away, relax and have fun, it being in reverse, they're not enjoying the results of their hard work when it comes to trying to do something to you to change the way that you view them. They're not liking the consequences. Everything has consequences. Even magic, even doing a spell has consequences. So they're getting some sort of karma here that they weren't prepared for. What are they planning to do, please and thank you? What are they planning to do? You have the Nine of Cups in reverse. Okay. I think they're planning to get out of that life. Like, this person seems to have buried themselves in like one night stands, in very surface level pleasure or surface level stimulus in some way here. And I think it's not to forget. It's not to forget, but now it is. Now it is. It wasn't before. Before they didn't care, and now they do. Tell me about this old ex, please. And we have here, yeah, Page of Cauldrons is coming out in reverse. This person is very unhappy. They may be kicking themselves because they ran away from you. They allowed themselves to get into that cat and mouse of you chasing them, maybe over nurturing, and them being weaponized in incompetence, or just, you know, taking you for granted. We do have the Two of Stones here in reverse. So they've made a choice to do something here. There's some sort of decision that they have made, because they are looking at your life, whether it is based in actual fact or based on their idea, maladaptive fantasy play of what your life is happening, what's happening in your life now. They're making the decision to do something here. What are they deciding to do? We have the Six of Spears. Okay. They're planning some sort of victory here. I'm so sorry, it's so flipping dark. Like I'm having to do this like it's a ghost story. There you go. They're going to do something that they feel will be victorious. It's almost like they want to come forward and give you clarity. They want to tell you the truth in something here, and they want to do so in a way that is not combative, that they feel will, it's almost like give them an in back into your life. They want back in. And this person, like, I feel like they're in love with the idea of you. They're not in love with you. This is definitely unrequited. This is like limerence, one-sided limerence. They're excited by the idea of where you are in your life now. They don't know who you are. Even if you knew this person 5 years ago, 2 years ago, 20 years ago, or you just vaguely knew them, they don't know who you are now. They don't know the trials and tribulations that you have had to go through to be the person that you are right now. You know, the experiences that are good, bad, ugly. They weren't there. They may have caused some of them, but they weren't there when you were going through all of those things. And they want to come in now that you are doing better for yourself, or they are perceiving that you're doing better for yourself. Oi, let me try that one again. Tell me about this outdated thinking when it comes to the Six of Stones. Queen of Stones, Queen of Pentacles. Yeah, they're seeing you as like the sugar mama or the sugar daddy or whoever. They're seeing you as having a lot of money, or you're going to be able to sort out some sort of legal issues for them. I need to get myself another light, because I think where the seasons are changing, I'm not getting as much natural light. But yeah, there's something here about financially being supported. Maybe you financially supported them in the past. And if you did not financially support them, there is something very abundant about your energy and how you directed it towards them when you knew them, when you dated them, when you were around them. Okay? And they miss this. Even my lights are going out. Rotted. Tell me about Cupid's arrow, please, in reverse. And we have here the Two of Swords coming out in reverse. So clarity is definitely coming in. They're making this decision to come towards you. This person thinks that if they come towards you and tell you about, like, you know, they're not going to tell you about their financial issues or their legal issues straight away. They want you to see them as being responsible. They want you to see them as being someone that's figured out their finances, especially if their finances were a mess when you knew them. That Two of Swords in reverse is definitely an epiphany, having that moment of clarity. I think they're realizing that they bet on the wrong horse. They thought the grass was greener. They thought it was greener on the other side, and when they got there and they realized that the grass was fake. Tell me about love in reverse. Yeah, love is in reverse. This is definitely an ex, without a doubt. This ex is very unhappy. They're going to come towards you. They want to come towards you. They want to tell you the truth on something here. Just be warned, though, that the truth that they tell you is the truth that they think you need to hear in order for you to open yourself up again to being vulnerable to them. But even though they wouldn't admit it, what they're doing is emotional manipulation, because what they want is for you to be open to being vulnerable to their emotional manipulation again. Let's be honest. And it's because they've got themselves in a situation where they're not comfortable. We have here the Seven of Stones in reverse. This person doesn't think before they act. And I think that they're kicking themselves now, knowing that they acted off of impulse. They acted out of like carnal desire of some sort here. Whatever they did, they chose something else or someone else because there was something about the thrill of it or the fun of it, or there's something about like carnal desires, especially with this thrill coming out. This person likes to seek out pleasure, even if it affects them. It's like going and smoking something that is really bad for you, but you know that it's going to make you feel HIGH. So you do it anyway, knowing that it's going to make your body really ill, and then doing it again and doing it again, because we did have addiction coming out here. This person does something in excess and, you know, throws caution to the wind, throws their consequences to the wind. And they did something like that with you. And I think that they've had like, this person's very self-centered. I'm not going to say they're a narcissist. I don't know them, but they're very self-centered. There's something very immature about the way that they do things when it comes to their emotions, when it comes to reasoning. Tell me about envy, please. Okay, tell me about abundance. To the Two of Pentacles. What are they going to do? What have they chosen to do? Three of Swords is coming out. We've also got the Ten of Swords. Shut up. This person has a backup plan. This person has a backup plan. Their backup plan is if they can't get you to let them back in again. My throat is so flipping dry. One sec. If they can't get you to let them back in again, they want to do something here where it's like they stab you in the back in some way. Yeah, because we've got the Two of Swords and we've also got the Ten of Swords. Excuse me, the Three of Swords. Three of Swords, we are looking at pain, sadness, grief, loss. But it's also that energy of ensuring that we use our logic over our emotions in those times of crisis, because sometimes we forget to. Sometimes we really get taken over by our emotions and we forget that we are not our emotions. They are temporary. Yeah, this person's heartbroken by how well you're doing. They're heartbroken. It feels like this person is more heartbroken by the fact that they have missed the opportunity to be with you when you have these finances or when you have good things happening, than actually wanting to be with you. The Ten of Swords, this person is not to be trusted. They're not to be trusted. I know that the Seven of Swords didn't come out with deceit, but the Ten of Swords is like Murder on the Orient Express. I don't know if you've seen that movie, where, and this is like a spoiler for those who have not seen it and were thinking of seeing it. You need to mute right now, because Murder on the Orient Express, right at the end, when they're trying to figure out who unalived this person, who stabbed them with a knife that many times. Oh my goodness. And it turns out that every single person on that train, in that specific carriage, whatever, they all had. Every single one of them did. Every single one. And that's what I'm getting here with that Ten of Swords, is that this person, if you allow them back in, not only will they stab you in the back, but they will ensure that other people do it to you as well. This person is not to be trusted because they're after one thing, and that one thing is money. They've got money on their mind. They are very obsessed with you. They have turned themselves into a bit of a stalker. Okay. I'm going to close down this reading because I feel like this reading is more of a warning than anything else. I'm just going to close down this reading with tea leaf oracle cards. Okay, because it's getting super dark now. I will get myself a light, I promise. I love you guys. Thank you for being patient with me. Tell me about the clarity coming in, please. Please and thank you. Temptation will test you. Be aware. Can I get one for... Yep. Depression and anxiety. Worry that someone is against you. This person is going to try and pull on your heartstrings. Please know, though, when it comes to mental health, if you are suffering from anything to do with your mental health, please do not do it by yourself. None of us are an island. It's okay not to be okay. Just reach out to your doctor, to your friend, to somebody that can help you along that journey to healing. Okay, but as I was saying, we have got here, someone is trying to come between you and a friend or something that you want. Okay. Anything else that needs to come out? Weeping willow, family sorrow. Oh, I just realized that rhymes. So they may get in contact with you about some sort of family sorrow happening because they want to pull on your heartstrings that way. And I mean, I don't know, the universe is working the way it is for a reason. If this has been put on your path and this really resonates, and like in a day's time or 7 days time or a week or whatever, this person reaches out to you, it's up to you whether you interact with that. Okay, whether you want to have a conversation, maybe you need closure, maybe you've already found the closure, you know, just be aware of what their intent is. Just be aware of it. I think you already are. And we have a marriage will take place, either romantic or business. This person's really trying it. They are funny. And you've got romance, celebration and party. Exactly. But I feel like this person's watching you. They're watching some sort of romantic connection coming in for you. Work achievement and success coming in for you. Recognition, reward for merit coming in for you. Your psychic ability getting better. This person may have questioned your psychic ability, but they're watching all of these things coming in for you. There's going to be something that gets to them, like through word of mouth or through, you know, on social media, and they're going to see how well you're doing, and it's going to sting for them. Sting. I'm going to leave it there. I really hope that gave you the confirmation and clarity that you needed. I hope you were able to see this reading well enough. I'm so sorry for how dark it got so quickly. If you are new to this channel and this resonated for you and you'd like to see more of my content, I would love for you to hit on the like, the subscribe and on the notification bell. I don't know, I think I have something like 39% of viewers are casual viewers, but you are not subscribed. Please, if you like what you're seeing, I would love for you to become part of Bronwyn's Cove Tarot 111's family. Come in, share it as much as you can. If you are a returning subscriber, I love you guys. Soul family. Kisses. Stay safe, stay awesome. I will see you in the next one. Bye.